Hello everyone, welcome back to the Back Post podcast. Today I'm going to be doing a Chelsea Bayern preview, and I know what you're thinking, why? We're 3-0 down, we're playing away, everyone's fucking injured, but I'm going to do one anyway. Yes, unfortunately the season isn't over yet, FA Cup final, heartbreak last week. I can't right now, this is fucking shit. And now this week we've got to go to Bayern, 3-0 down, so many things against us. It's a bit of a blow really, isn't it? But anyway, let's talk about the injuries, let's talk about the people that can't play before we talk about the people that can play. FA Cup, Aspi, Pulisic and Pedro all get injured in that one game, and not only was that a massive blow for that game, it's going to be a huge blow for this game because, Pulisic has arguably been our best player. Asby's our best defensive player and our captain. And then not only is Pulisic injured, then his backup, and his very talented backup, Pedro, is injured. It leaves us in a bad spot. Not only this, Ruben and Kante are both doubts. They're not confirmed, but they're doubts to be playing. You've got... Also, we've got Jorginho and Alonso who are suspended for this game. And then Willian is off to Arsenal, so who knows what's going on there. There's just so many people not going to be able to play for this game. It's quite funny. Not only are we 3-0 down, but we have all this to go against. And it's going to be so tough for Frank, for him to actually pick a side. And it's going to be difficult. Most Chelsea fans aren't going to be too optimistic about this game. But Frank's going to have to rely on his academy players. And that's not such a bad thing, let's face it, Our academy players have been brilliant this season. We've had really good academy players this season. You've got Mason Mount, who's arguably been our player of the year. Reece James coming into form at the latter stages. At the early stages, Tammy was doing good. We have good academy players that we, will now have to rely upon. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. And I think it's quite good for them. One... they now get a chance to prove themselves in a massive game. They can prove to Frank that, they deserve to be in this squad. I mean, Mason probably already has, but Tammy can turn around and play this game and put a performance in and prove to Frank, like, look, no, I should be here to stay. Even though Werner's coming in, Giroud's there, I deserve to stay. Same with, Reece James, he's playing behind or with Asby so far, but he'll start at right back, I'm pretty sure, so he can, prove himself. Even the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, who hasn't had that many minutes, will look to him and he can now prove himself. And also, I think, it's good experience for young players to play in this game. Like, this is a huge European game against one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Just getting minutes in a game like this, it's a positive thing, because then they can take that to next season where we are playing Champions League football. We will, and they'll have this game in their knowledge, and I think that's good. Also, Emerson, Barkley, players like this, they have for something to prove, and really, most of our players have something to prove to stay in the squad, or even something to prove to be sold and to sellers to buy. So I don't think we're going to go down without a fight. I really don't. And I think that's something to look forward to see us, put in a shift, put in a fight in this game. All this being said, I want to talk about my predicted lineup because of how many people can't fucking play. I've come up with a bit of a lineup. So you've got Willy Caballero in goal, and you've got a back four of Reece James, Rudiger, Zuma, and then Emerson on the left. You've got a midfield of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kovacic, Barkley and Mount. And then you've got a front two of Tammy and Giroud. And that's a 4-4-2. And yeah, we haven't played 4-4-2 this season, I know. But looking at this squad, looking at these players, what else can we play? I really don't know. I think, the back four has to be that back four for me. I think that's our strongest back four. And other than maybe Tomori coming in if he's fit, maybe in for Zuma, or even Rudiger, because get him some minutes and he's class and he's got something to prove as well. But I think that has to be the back four. And then with the midfield three, we don't have anyone really to play out on the left other than Mount, because Pedro and Pulisic being injured, and I'm not sure about lower down in the academy. I'm not actually sure on that. But I also personally think a 4-4-2 would be smart defensively. We've got two banks of four. Bayern aren't going to come and just sit there. They're going to come and play, and they're fucking good. So, I think having this many players supporting our defence, having two banks of four, that is defensively, could work in our favour. Having that many players trying to stop them coming into the midfield where, we like to know Bayern want to play. I think that will defensively do us some good. And then counter-attacking, if we get the ball off them, we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi with pace, Mason Mount can join the attack. And then also we've got two strikers, Tammy, who's, quite fast himself, Giroud with the link-up play. I think that's the only formation I see working. Also, we don't need to concede this game, so having that many players supporting the defence is good. And talking about conceded, Willie in goal, of course. Kepa wasn't played for the final. He wasn't played for the final day of the season. He's not going to play in this game. It'd just be odd if he did. So I think Willie will come in. Hopefully, he just has confidence in himself, because we will probably have to rely on him at some stages of the game. Look, it ain't going to be easy. It really isn't. Bayern arguably one of the favourites for this tournament. The whole tournament, let alone this game. They're some of the strongest team. They've got a really good team. This is no easy feat, and it's very unlikely. Like I said in the video, Chelsea fans aren't going to think we're going to win this game. It's only the deluded ones. But that's not to say we can't be optimistic. And, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened in Bayern. We all know that. And honestly, for me, if the lads go out, put a good, strong performance in, don't go down without a fight, I'll be fucking happy. I really will be, because I'll know that they didn't give up when times got hard. And if they put a good performance in, even if we still lose, I think that ends on a high for this season. I think it really does. It just goes to show, when we're down and out, we don't give up. And, that's all you can ask for in a team, isn't it? Also, I've got a cheeky bet on for us to win, because the odds are terrible against us. So if we do win, I get some money. But yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Us lads have been putting out loads of content recently, so we really do appreciate anyone that watches, likes, subscribes, even comments. So, get doing that. I think subscribe as well, because there's more content coming. We've got Champions League content. I'm going to do a fan cam for our game on the weekend as well, so you want to stick around for that. And that's it, yeah. Tell your dads. Cheers.